What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode, another day in the life video coming at you right here. Now, we got a bunch of stuff lined up throughout the day. That said, it's going to be a lot of boring stuff throughout the day because it's mostly just errands, so I'm going to be running around the city doing things here and there. But not sure exactly what I'm going to film or what clips I'm going to use. But I'm going to try to make this thing as entertaining as possible, and we're going to do our best to make things work. So let's get this video started and get this intro going.
Right now.
Tell me who you are, get in the car.
Right now. I got a riddle. What's little and talks big with midget arms and creamy white filling in the middle that'll do anything to throw dirt on my name if it means walking the whole Mediterranean. Isn't it Albanian, Armenian, Iranian, Tasmanian? No, it's Dave Raymond and oh sorry, so sorry, whoa, but that was a long time ago.
Alright, so just chilling here at the dealership, waiting for my car to be done getting service, oil change, filter, things like that, all the nitty gritty stuff. But I do always have a question every time I get this. Maybe you guys know. I know I've asked this in the past with one of the guys working here, but do you need to get your car serviced if you haven't hit the kilometers yet? Like, it's almost been a full year since I got my car serviced last, and the reason I didn't bring it in is because I've never reached the kilometers. I don't drive around too far too often. It's usually kind of like to the gym for work, just small errands here and there that's within like a little area. But so it does take a long time for me to hit the kilometers, but something I've always wondered. Every time I get the answer, I always end up forgetting it, but I've been following the rule that if you don't hit your kilometers, you don't need to bring it in for an oil change and things like that. So comment down below if that's the case or not, or do you have to go like every so months just cause, you know? Yeah, comment down below. So an hour and a half later, we finally got that done. So now I'm gonna head all the way to the other side of the city for my bi-weekly haircut. So I'm just gonna use this time until I get there to give y'all some fitness tips. It's one of those things that just kind of popped up in my head. What kind of value can I give the viewers? And one thing that I guess, if you're an experienced lifter, you've been working out for a few years already and kind of have a good understanding of nutrition, yeah, this part might be common sense to you, but it's kind of crazy, especially at the place I work, how often I still get the question of what's the best protein to buy. And I think that misconception of protein itself is like, or that people still see protein as like the end-all be-all when it comes to building muscle. Especially with everything out there, all the information you could find on like Google, social media, people that kind of give fitness tips out there, it's still kind of mind-boggling to me how. So as I was saying, yeah, it's still kind of mind-boggling to see how people still have that impression when it comes to protein and supplements, seeing that it's still common for them to think that it's still the end-all be-all when it comes to those things. So yeah, to make things easier, at least when it pertains to protein, I'll just break down each one and give you pretty much a summary of like how to choose protein. I know for a lot of beginners out there, when they walk into a store, it could kind of get overwhelming. But yeah, when it comes to like dairy-based protein, normally when you go into a supplement store, you're gonna run into 3 different types. One isolate, one your basic whey protein, and then a third option would be like either a slow releasing or even a casein protein. At the end of the day, they're all gonna work the same when it comes to building muscle recovery, things like that. When it comes to your overall progress, protein does play a vital part to it because that's what your muscle's made of. You do need the extra calories, the carbs, the fats, things that your muscles need to feed off of from so that they can grow. You got to think of your muscles as like either like a plant or a house. Like you have, for example, if we're using the house analogy, you have the lumber, but in order to build a house, you still need like nails, the paint, whatever, all the other equipment to make it successful and to build it the way you want it to be built. Each protein source has different digestion rates, so I'm gonna go from the slowest to fastest. So the slowest would be either a casein or like a slow releasing protein. So I know at Popeyes, a very popular one would be Magnum Quattro, and that's considered a little bit of a slower releasing. Even though it's an isolate, it tends to be just a tad little bit slower than the rest because there is 4 different types. The main objective for that one is it's supposed to feed your muscles at different times. If you find that your meals are spaced apart or you want something to keep you full for a longer period of time. Because it's a slower digesting protein, it kind of helps meet those needs. And then transitioning onto your basic whey protein, that's pretty much the kind of like the standard, the most economical friendly. Won't be priced as high as the rest, even though protein powders are kind of skyrocketing now. That's kind of your basic whey protein. It's a little bit higher in lactose as well. For those that are lactose sensitive, it could be a hit or miss. But yeah, it's a protein that still retains a little bit of carbs, a little bit of fats. So main thing with that compared to the rest, flavor might be a little bit more richer because you have a little bit more carbs. So for most people, it might be a little bit more enjoyable. But yeah, the downside would be usually the lactose. So again, if you're lactose sensitive, might not be the best option. And then the third one would be an isolate protein. So isolate protein, I consider the most flexible out of the three. It is low carb, low fats, low calories in general. So for those that either trying to build or cut down, it kind of fits the best of both worlds. Also, the fact being a lot of them are usually low in lactose. If you have a sensitive stomach, easier to digest, so it kind of fits that build in that way. Think of your isolate as your chicken breast. Think of your basic whey protein as your chicken thighs. So you got to choose which one that kind of fits your goals. When it comes to muscle building and kind of helping with muscle recovery, they all kind of have the same objective. So don't try to overthink it. Protein at the day's protein, it kind of just comes down to the little specifics at that point. So to say one protein is better than the other, again, it depends on your goals and what you're trying to do. But yeah, so that's that. Just waiting to get my haircut done now. Got a few more things lined up, which I'll tell you after this whole thing is finished. But first things first, let's do a little transition. All right, so quick and easy cut. As you can see, the usual side short, top gets touched up a little bit, and then the back as well. But yeah, I got that done. Now I'm just gonna head home really quick and gotta get some work done. Because a little bit later, we're gonna try out a new gym again. This one's actually in the city, and it's actually one of the newer ones that's opened up. I think it's been around for just maybe a year or two. I could be wrong about that. We're gonna do that a little bit later. Gonna meet someone there, shoot more content. But yeah, honestly, I can't wait to check this gym out and show you everything.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see us alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Was it all in fantasy? Where are you now? You only naturally. Where are you now? Atlantis, under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monsters running wild inside of me. I'm faded. I'm faded. So lost. I'm faded. I'm faded.
Man. All right, so awesome day here at Altea. Got a good back workout in with Sarwar, who took some shots, some IG content for me as well. Honestly, when it comes to this place, I didn't realize how far it was, or how far of a drive it took to get here from where I live. So it's basically on the other side of the city. For the facility itself, compared to other gyms I've been to, definitely the most, I don't know if like bougieist is the right word, because there's a lot of like services that you could find. You got like Starbucks somewhere in there. There's a bunch of like climbing walls. You got the main gym area like you saw in the other clips. Some rooms I haven't even looked at yet because this place is kind of like huge. Even where I'm at right now, like look at this. This is like the upstairs, call it the sky. I think it's called the sky room, but it's a little bit later in the evening. I'll even show you guys the view. I mean, look at that. Look at that right there. But overall, awesome experience. Ideally, if I was like living in this area, this would probably be my main gym. Yeah, just with everything they offer, it's a really nice gym, not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, awesome experience here at Altea. If I were to rate it out of 10, 10 being the perfect gym, I would put it at like an 8.59, just because of everything they offer, the machines that are here, and just kind of like the setup, awesome vibes and everything. It's definitely one of those gyms gyms where you gotta take your time to kind of like enjoy each aspect of it. Hopefully I get a chance to come back here and kind of get another workout in. But yeah, with that said, I'm gonna finish up here, head home real quick, get a meal in. Not sure if this is gonna be the ending clip. If it is, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys like these, I guess these gym reviews that I'm doing right now. I guess this is kind of like a little bit of a mini series with my vlogs. I find myself like probably next week I'll be at another gym, like just scoping it out, try something new. It's one of those things, it's always good to change your environment. Being at Shapes, my main gym is awesome for like the weekdays, but every now and then it's nice to kind of switch it up, kind of just experience a new vibe, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, like it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Hopefully you guys could hear me with all this wind going on. But yeah, catch you all in the next episode. Later.